channel. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Ria and I make health and fitness YouTube videos. But I also happen to be 25 weeks pregnant, which is insane to even still say. Yeah, so I'm 25 weeks pregnant as of tomorrow, which is Friday the 24th of January, which means that there is only 15 short weeks until I give birth. Wow. I just wanted to make this video to give a little bit of an update as to what's happening, how I've been training, how I've been eating, and how the first and second trimesters have been going, because they've been different and they've been even more different from each other. It's been a wild ride so far. I guess I'll start with the first trimester. So if you guys watched my last video on pregnancy, which was all about, me finding out and announcing it and everything, I found out at 8 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I was 8 weeks pregnant when I found out and took my test and everything. And that was when I first started getting pregnancy symptoms. I kind of want to share them just in case you're at home and you think you might be pregnant. So my first symptoms in the first trimester was obviously nausea, and that hit me so hard in the first trimester. So from week 8 all the way until probably 15 weeks, and even around week 18 I was still throwing up and feeling disgusting all the time. Yeah, the first few months after finding out were really hard. So that was my first symptom in my first trimester, and yeah, it was just horrendous. Whoever calls it morning sickness was having a freaking joke, because it can last all day and it can honestly be a bit debilitating. First trimester as well, obviously your boobies are really sore and swollen because of all of those crazy hormones running around your body all the time. That was kind of normal. I had weird symptoms though, ones that I wasn't really expecting, ones that hadn't really been talked about, by my mom or my friends who had babies and stuff. One of the weirdest pregnancy symptom was an inability to regulate my own body temperature. I was hot one minute and then freezing cold the next, and I would be shivering 1 second, and Ash would having to be cuddling me in the middle of the night because I was so cold, and then the next night I'd be don't touch me, get away, I'm overheating, and there was nothing I could seem to do about it with my own internal core temperature. I just couldn't control or regulate, and that was a really weird symptom that I wasn't expecting. I was really turned off foods that I would normally eat. So I was in prep. Health and fitness, is my whole thing. So our fridge is always stocked up with heaps of fruit and veg and just healthy foods, I guess. And I just didn't want a bar of any of that. I would open the fridge, and this is when I kind of knew to take my pregnancy test. I opened the fridge one day, and my favorite vegetables by far are zucchini and capsicum. I just love them, and they were sitting at the bottom of my fridge, and I was I don't want to eat those at all. I just want to eat potato, which has been my number one craving, I think, throughout this whole pregnancy. I don't know if it's a craving because I'm really wanting potato, or if it's the only thing that I could really keep down. People have been asking oh, have you been craving anything really weird? And I'm no, I just want to eat potato and cheese. Another really big one that I wasn't expecting either was fatigue. That was a crazy symptom. I was so exhausted all the freaking time. For a really big chunk of my first trimester, 2 o'clock would hit in the afternoon, and I would just pass out and go to sleep on the couch because I was just so tired. And Ash was saying, I get preggy eyes. That's what he calls them, and it's when my head goes down on the pillow to go to bed at night, my eyes just get so sunken and dark because I'm just so tired. But it makes sense, you're creating a human, you're creating a whole other person. Honestly though, the first trimester went like that, and I think that's also because I found out quite late. I was already 2 months when I found out, almost 2 months, and your third trimester only goes for 3 months-ish. So I was really fortunate that those symptoms didn't last a crazy long period of time. They just were very intense at the time when I had them. My training throughout my whole pregnancy, and especially my first trimester, was and has been really sporadic and really all over the place. And that's okay. I'm trying not to put any pressure on myself. which is odd because, yeah, I found out when I was in prep. So like one day, like I'm literally thinking about tracking all my macros and all my food intake and working out every single day to the best of my ability. And then within 24 hours, I had to completely flip my mindset and, you know, not really worry about like aesthetic goals or training as hard or, you know, just sort of being kind to myself with what I was eating and just making sure I'm like nourishing myself and baby, but not trying to like either like put on muscle or like lose weight or anything like that. So that was kind of an interesting, I don't know, like flip that way of thinking really quickly. I'm now in my second trimester. I'm actually almost in my third, so in 3 weeks time, I'll be in my third trimester. It's going so quickly, I can't even believe it. But trimester 2 has had some interesting symptoms as well, which were crazy. Like I said, the nausea stopped at around 15 weeks and it like trickled into the 18-week mark, but then after that it was pretty much gone. And that's when my appetite and my love for food came back, and I started eating a lot more whole foods, a lot more wholesome foods, and just more food in general. Because in your first trimester, I know for me anyway, because I just wanted to upchuck all the time, I didn't really eat that much. But then other stuff started happening. So I've had a fair bit of round ligament pain, which is like where your V is on your stomach, I guess. Like obviously that is all stretching because your uterus is stretching and trying to make room for your baby. So you get a fair bit of pain in there, which is expected, I guess. But my stomach has been so itchy on top of that, which is your skin stretching, but I wasn't expecting it. Like I know a lot of women get stretch marks and you're obviously like your whole lower body has to like move and rearrange to fit this baby. Yeah, I wasn't expecting my skin to be so itchy. Like sometimes during the day I'm just like, you can't see me on camera, but I'm just scratching my belly because it's quite itchy, so I'm like moisturizing all the time. But again, with the whole like stretching and stuff, so during your pregnancy, your body releases this hormone called relaxin and it causes all your ligaments to relax. But my hips and my pelvis, oh my God. So if I'm at work and I'm on my feet for too long, or I do a bit of a too intense workout, the next day I feel like someone is ripping my pelvis apart. Like I get the worst hip pain. I feel like a crippled old woman. It is not a fun time. And yeah, I was not anticipating that. I think people tell you these things, but then you forget about them, and then you get pregnant yourself and you're like, what? So that's not pleasant, and that one's still happening, unfortunately. I think that's gonna happen all the way through, just feeling those aches and pains. Restless legs or like leg cramps is another big one, and my doctors actually spoke to me about this, and they're not sure why it happens. I think it's just general pressure on your lower body and like extra fluid and blood and that kind of thing. But you get really sore legs. I suffered from shin splints like for a really long time, just from playing football and dance and training and stuff. So I'm used to having sore legs, but it's like quite constant some weeks. Like it's just really full on and it feels just like severe shin splints. This has also been the time, like this trimester, where I've started feeling him move. Like I can feel little baby boy moving in my uterus, and it's just the craziest thing ever. I remember reading on the internet like articles and stuff would be like, oh, you may be able to feel your baby moving at like 20 weeks. He was moving at 15 weeks. Like he moves so much, which is really, really cool because I got to feel it really early. Like at first honestly, it's probably TMI, but I just thought it was gas. But then it like turned into little flutters and then like big kicks. And I remember when we went and got our 20-week scan, the lady doing our scan was like, whoa, he's moving a lot. Well, she didn't say he, actually. We asked her not to tell us because we had a gender reveal, which was pretty cool. So yeah, now in the second trimester, we know the gender of our baby. We're having a little boy, which is really, really, really exciting. I am so keen. But yeah, he moves a lot. He's definitely going to be a football player. Yeah, but with that, with him moving around and like it's so cool, but he kicks me in the ribs, and that is not a fun time. That hurts a lot. On a less beautiful, fun, and glamorous side of pregnancy, your gums bleed a lot. Well, I know that mine have anyway. Yeah, I was brushing my teeth once. I think I was like 18 or 19 weeks. And I was brushing my teeth and I spat my toothpaste out in the sink and it was bright red. And I was like, what? And this has just been ongoing, and I Googled it and did a bit of research, and I think it's got a lot to do with obviously protein and that kind of stuff. So your protein's low, and if your vitamin C is low, like you're not able to develop as much collagen, your iron's low, so your collagen's just kind of not as strong as usual, just because like your baby's kind of taking everything from you, so you get bleeding gums because the collagen in your gums is like not that strong. So whenever you brush your teeth or like floss, yeah, your gums bleed. So that's really cute. That's hot. So that's been my second trimester as well. Again, my training has been pretty sporadic. I really wanted to train throughout my whole pregnancy and be really consistent because it's really good for you, it's really good for Bub, and it's really good for labor prep. But I've just been tired and unmotivated as well, and I think it becomes hard to differentiate as well between like listening to your body and knowing that you're tired and lethargic, or like just making excuses. But I've trained 3 times this week consecutively, and my training style has varied a lot. So pre-pregnancy, I was very much into high intensity HIIT workouts and heavy weight sessions. So I would probably do 5 or 6 heavy weight sessions a week and 2 or 3 HIIT sessions, whether that was a circuit, a class, or boxing. I pretty much went no exercise up like between 8 weeks when I found out to about 20 weeks, because I just again was throwing up and feeling sick, so you can't really train when you feel like that. But since then, my training schedule, or training style I guess rather, has been very versatile. I'm doing a lot more walking, which I'm enjoying, a lot more home workouts, which I never really got into because I feel like I couldn't really focus or relax when I was at home, but I've been enjoying that. Yoga, I'm loving yoga. Yoga is actually what feels the most like normal and natural to me at the moment, like the most fluid sort of movement that's the most comfortable. I'm not really doing any kind of weight training in a gym at the moment just because it feels freaking weird. I think because all of my joints and ligaments are really loose, it just feels very uncomfortable. But yeah, I don't have any aesthetic goals obviously at the moment. I'm just trying to have a healthy, happy baby and have a healthy, fit pregnancy, so that my labor's better and so that my postpartum recovery is better as well. In terms of weight gain, I'm usually around 53 to 55, just depending on how much salt I've eaten, how much carbs, how much water, and if it's at that time of the month. When I got to the end of my prep after working with my coach, I was sitting at about 56 to 58 because I had just done like a building phase to put on as much lean muscle as possible. But since then, so that was like the last time I weighed myself, since then I have gotten up to, I just broke 60 kilos I think the other day. So I've put on about 4 or 5 kilos depending on the time of the day. My midwives and my doctors are really happy with that. They give you like a tracker that tells you the ideal weight gain for someone of your BMI, I guess, throughout your pregnancy, and I'm sitting like right where I'm supposed to be. I'm really not concerned with weight gain, like I said, because my midwives are happy with how things are going. I'm happy with how things are going. Oh, that's another thing too that's really cool. So yeah, I work with my midwives, and I am a patient who is part of MGP, so that's midwifery group practice, and it is like the best thing ever. So I got contacted by the hospital when I was about 13 weeks, and they were like, hey, how would you feel about going into midwifery group practice? And I was like, I would freaking love that. So my midwife, she's beautiful. She comes here to my house and we do checkups here. And anything that needs to be relayed to the doctors that's not like an emergency, then and there, she does all of that for me. She's like contactable 24/7, which is so cool. So if I ever have any concerns but like am not wanting to go to the doctor or don't think it's crazy serious, I can contact her. But then like I also have a group of midwives who look after me and the other girls in my group. So the midwives put you in a group with ladies your own age who are who are in a similar circumstance, I guess. So I think I'm with girls who are like all due in the same month as me. They're all around the same age group, and it's like all their first baby as well. So we're all in the same boat. So it's really cool, and we get to go to like these group classes, I guess, and everyone can bring their partners, and it's just kind of nice to sort of sit in a room and learn stuff with people who are going through the same thing. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's having a baby because you just feel really supported and really cared for. All in all, I am loving this experience. It has had its hard days, and I definitely prefer being not pregnant to being pregnant, but I'm enjoying it so much more than I thought that I would. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to just meet my son and just like hold him up to my face and just cuddle with him. And I'm excited to breastfeed. Is that weird? I feel like that's gonna be really cool. Yeah, everyone's experience with pregnancy is different, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, especially now that the first trimester is over. And I'm really keen to see what the third trimester holds. Hey, by far second trimester has been the best. I feel the most myself now. I didn't feel like myself, and I didn't feel like I was in my own body in my first trimester, but now I feel much more like myself. And I'm just doing more, and I'm just happier than I was in my first trimester because I don't want to throw up every 5 minutes. But I do have to pee every 5 minutes. That's fun. Anyway, I hope this video has been insightful. If you are pregnant, you think you might be pregnant, you know someone who is pregnant and want to be a support person to them, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you get notified every time that I upload. I will see you guys in my next video, which I think I'm gonna do like an updated workout video and bring you guys through a workout that I'm doing here at home, possibly. Or it could be a recipe video. We'll see. But I'll see you guys then. Bye!